Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Get Verified. My name is Mutsinzi Emmanuel and I'm more than privileged to be bringing to you a show that's not just about cars but giving you insights into the automotive industry here in Uganda. Why Get Verified? Now, Get Verified is a concept where, as you have so many questions out there, we are giving you the answers and we are verifying for you what wheels you want to be driving on the streets of Uganda, but not only within the city but everywhere else that you want to go. So ladies and gentlemen, let's dive in with today's car of the day. Take a look and let's dive in. I know you've been excited by how monstrous this car looks, and we are definitely going to be getting an opportunity to dive into what makes this car a beautiful car, but also the monstrosity behind this. What makes it worth driving? And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 Ford Ranger Raptor. This beautiful car right here is a V8 engine bi-turbo, and let's begin by before we look into the engine and the horsepower and the Newton meters of torque, let's first take a look at what you get for your cabin right here. So inside, of course, you have a very, very bold and aggressive dashboard. You have a very aggressive feel and texture to it, but also a sense of luxury. Now, who is the kind of person that wants to be driving around in this car? One, if you are driving it within the streets of Kampala, you just want to show off a little bit. You want to show that you have some bit of money, you have made it to a certain level in life, and you don't mind about fuel, but you also love something that produces a lot of torque and gets people excited. So, first of all, the first experience you get, the encounter when you switch this bad boy on. Look at that. You have a beautiful digital cluster system right here, and it has, of course, the beautiful Raptor coming on, a beautiful infotainment screen here for whatever needs you have. And we are going to just dive into a little bit more. The entertainment cluster system right here, let's begin with that you have the ability to control your digital screen right here, and of course your digital cluster system right on your steering wheel. Comes with just a basic kind of racing feel or touch, and of course the Raptor logo right here, the Ford logo right there in the middle. You have your semi-automatic systems right here in the back. This is something that I personally love, that you have the ability, when you feel the automatic system is not giving you the feel or the speed that you want. Probably you are hitting the highway, it's taking time to pick up on those gears. You have the capacity to switch it to a semi-automatic, and of course kick in those gears as and whenever you want to. All right, now of course it boasts a very beautiful sound system that we will get to definitely get an expression or a feeling of. And right here, if you are to just check and we put into our reverse, you have a 360 camera that is giving you a full feel or a full expression around the entire vehicle. Now, those are cameras that are going to be on your side mirrors, on your front, in the back, and giving you a full 360. Now, if you've seen the size and the extension of the wheels, you want to be able to park properly. This is a very, very good feature for you out there, and you don't have to worry. So even when your wife wants to take the car out, you're not going to be worried that she's going to be knocking or scratching this beautiful car. So yeah, Apart from that, right here at the center console, we do have a lot of storage here and power sockets that you can be able to charge. You have your drive modes here. You have up to 4 driving modes for different kinds of terrains that you are going to be exploring. You have your coffee cups here on the side. Not only that, but even up on the side here, you have this beautiful handle that you could just pop in right there, your extra cup of coffee. So that's a lot of storage here. We do have more storage up here. I'm not certain what kind of things you can put here, but I think sunglasses or small stuff. You also have a bit of storage here. You have more storage down here. Cup holders, a bit of storage here. You also have a wireless charger right here. This is basically for your different driving modes. So this center console is really quite simple and straightforward. Not a lot of logic to it, but also you have a mini safety precautions system here that shows you airbags or any other things that you really need to pay attention to. So I want to give us a feel. What does it actually feel to sit in these seats? It's quite comfortable. This is a car you don't want to be chauffeured in. This is a car that you actually want to be seated at the front, taking reins of this beautiful wheel. And once you put your foot to the pedal, you feel the acceleration right there and then. But also it's important to note that this is not a car that is really built for speed, as much as it's quite pretty fast, but also it is built for power. You want to tow stuff, you have I don't know, whatever you want to tow, but people who go to the village quite often, you're carrying back a bit of luggage. This is a car that you want to be cruising around in. But also if you just want to have a monstrous car, a beautiful car to scare Ugandans with, this is definitely something that speaks power, that speaks money, that matches up for something else that you want to account for. Pickups have evolved dramatically over the years. What were once simple work vehicles have now become powerful machines that combine performance, technology, and comfort. The Ranger Raptor represents Ford's vision of the modern off-road truck. Developed by Ford Performance, as you saw right on the door, it was engineered using technology inspired by desert racing, allowing it to tackle some of the toughest terrains while still offering everyday driving comfort. Now, I always like to share with people a little bit of history about the makers of the car. Ford Motor Company was founded in 1903 by Henry Ford, a pioneer who transformed the automotive industry by introducing mass production. One of Ford's earliest successes was the Model T, a vehicle that made cars accessible to millions of people around the world. Over the decades, Ford built a strong reputation for producing some of the most durable and capable trucks ever made, from the legendary F-Series trucks to the globally produced Ford Ranger. The company has consistently pushed the boundaries of truck technology. The Raptor lineup was created by Ford Performance to bring motorsport technology into everyday pickup trucks, creating vehicles that are both rugged and exhilarating to drive. Now, immediately this Raptor stands out with its bold design. The massive Ford grille widened by wheelbase arches and muscular stance. These give it a commanding presence on the road. This truck alone rides on a 17-inch alloy wheels wrapped in all-terrain tires, giving it the grip needed to handle challenging surfaces. But the real story, of course, lies always under the hood. This beauty is powered by a 2-liter bi-turbo diesel engine producing 210 horsepower and approximately 500 Newton meters of torque. The engine, of course, paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, delivering smooth power while maintaining excellent control across different terrains. This Raptor features also Ford's intelligent 4-wheel drive system with multiple terrain management modes, including normal, sport, grass, gravel, mud, sand, and of course a rock crawl. That means this car can go up a very steep slope that has quite a bit of rocks. These driving modes automatically adjust the truck's performance depending on the terrain. Now talk about the suspension on this car. One of the most impressive features of the Ranger Raptor is the Fox Racing suspension system. These high-performance shock absorbers are specifically designed for off-road driving, allowing the truck to absorb bumps, rocks, and rough terrain with remarkable stability. With increased ground clearance and reinforced chassis, the Raptor is built to handle extreme environments. Inside the cabin, the Ranger offers a surprisingly premium experience. The interior features leather-trimmed sports seats, a digital instrument cluster, and a large touchscreen infotainment system that supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Drivers also benefit from modern safety technologies including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, parking sensors, and a beautiful 360-degree camera system. All this makes a Raptor just as comfortable on the city roads as it is in the wilderness. So before we actually get a driving experience, why don't we actually look at one of the main tasks why people actually buy trucks? Of course, it's the capabilities to actually do some bit of work. So behind here you have a very nice truck bed, and I want us to take a quick look on the inside. This thing feels very heavy but also sturdy. You have a good suspension system here for the back door. It's quite heavy, so you do need that extra help. This is how you open your back. So look at the amount of storage that you have in the back here. So with all this extra length here, you can actually tie up something and be able to get a bit of workload onto this bad boy. Now, it doesn't only carry stuff as you can see, but also in case you are outdoors, you want to have extra power systems. You do have auxiliary extension systems right here in the back, but also a light that helps you to see in case you are in the dark and you want to see what is behind here, or you want to have ease access in case this door is fully pulled back. Yeah, I really do feel like a cowboy sitting up here, and I think it's one of the things that you definitely feel when you are driving such a monstrosity of a car. And these kinds of pickups are really popularized by the western side of America, the cowboy guys that really love the huge, humongous trucks with a lot of power, with a bold grille, and they want to make a statement. So guess what? This is the car you definitely want to get that for, but not forgetting it actually has the capacity to do the work. Once again, before we take a drive in this beast, we want to take a look at what powers this vehicle. Woo! Heavy door right here. As I've given you the explanation of the kind of engine we have here, it's a bi-turbo. Extra power, 210 horsepower, and almost 500 Newton meters of torque. But apart from that, the aesthetics look pleasing. If you like to look at engines like I do, this is something that's going to be very, very pleasing for the eye. Let's take a quick look at this engine. Now this is definitely a car that you want to take to the village, you want to take anywhere and prove to the boys that you got a beast that really, really can. The roof I can fly. This is a car that will make you fly. Apart from that, guys, just from the look of this car, the grille, the aggressiveness that comes with it. It's a statement car. You definitely want to pull up with this anywhere. Let it be a meeting. The CEO will give you a certain level of respect. Let it be all sorts of events. You pull up with this kind of truck and you are going to have heads turning around.
Let's talk about the tires that we usually drive with. These tires usually have tire pressure monitor sensors, and just in case you get a warning on your dashboard saying low tire pressure, maybe it has given a direction rather than point exactly, either left, rear, front, left, front, right. Please take note of that, because once it's not taken to caution, it may cause further damages. Once you feel or rather see that there is low pressure on either of the tires, be it front or back, visit any petrol station close by, balance the tire pressure in all tires, and if it's a bit further, replace the tire, check the tire pressure sensor. If it's faulty, still replace it, or visit a workshop in case it has really failed to work out by balancing the tire pressures. People who drive usually the off-roads, going to the villages, going up country, usually our tires kind of lower down in pressure due to the long distance driving, or even short distance driving, or long time parking. Please take note while purchasing the tires. Tires usually have expiry dates on them. Make sure you don't get the expired tire put on your car. That's much better. The other thing on tires, you should also take note while changing tires so that you don't put a bigger tire. Put the ones recommended, the recommended size. Not basically the rim size, but the recommended size of the tire, to avoid funny sounds that may come up after changing the tires of the car. You'll have a smooth and safe driving on the road. You'll deeply enjoy your car once the tires are maintained well and the pressure is balanced. You'll have the safest and smoothest drive on the road.
Now please don't jealous me, I want to give this bad boy a test drive. So let's see how it actually feels on the road. Alright, now let's definitely have a test drive of this bad boy. Behind the wheel, it already feels quite solid as a vehicle on its own, and we want to see the precision of the steering system and just basically, what does it feel to drive this car? Wow, just takes on every corner. You feel like you're already floating, and there's no, you don't have a fear of what you can actually accomplish with this car. Woo! Yes, now this is not an experience that you are going to definitely get every other day, apart from when you own this bad boy. It has, of course, anti-collision systems that warn you. For example, I'm driving through a very narrow stretch and it has already warned me of the obstacles that I have along the way. 500 Newton meters of torque makes climbing hills and navigating quite difficult, apart from when you are actually sitting in this vehicle. And combined with the intelligent four-wheel system or four-wheel drive, the Raptor, of course, is delivering impressive traction and stability. Behind the wheel, the Raptor feels incredibly solid. The steering is precise. The fork suspension system absorbs bumps effortlessly, making rough terrain surprisingly even comfortable. And of course, you can feel the weight of the 500 Newton meters of torque climbing with every gear that you engage. And apart from that, combined with the intelligent four-wheel drive system, the Raptor delivers impressive traction and stability. However, it is important to note that some drivers might find that the diesel engine prioritizes torque and efficiency rather than outright speed. So for drivers looking for more aggressive acceleration, you may prefer the newer V6 petrol version of the Ranger Raptor. And it is important to also put into comparison, for perspective, the earlier Ranger models. The 2023 Raptor features improved suspension compared to the former models, more advanced driving modes, more refined interior, and a better off-road capability. Now, some people, of course, out there are like, no, my Hilux is better. Of course, those are models that are out there that you could also put into perspective for consideration, such as the Toyota Hilux GR Sport, the Nissan Navara Pro 4 Max, and the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. These pickups, of course, all offer strong off-road capacity, but this Ranger stands out for its performance-focused engine. I know after watching this awesome episode, you are asking yourself, how much does this bad boy cost? Yes, don't think it's for breaking a leg and an arm. It's not that much. But it goes for 300 million Ugandan shillings only. And of course, if you would like a special discount on that, hit me up, let me know, and let's see how we can get you this car at a little bit of a reduced price. A special shout out to Yuasa Motors for gracing us the opportunity to bring this experience to your screens right there. And of course, Yoka Head Studios for making this production worth it. And my producer who is editing this, Gideon OJ, thank you very much for making this worth it. I look forward to catching up with you guys next time. We are going to be right here at Magic on every Sunday at 7 p.m. So don't touch your dial. Thank you. And a big shout out to the Magic team here at UBC. Until next time, God bless you.